Yes. So again, I would say, Jenny, thanks a lot for accepting my invitation to be here for me and for my audience. So this is very first time. So would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, of course. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to talk with you today. It's nice to be here. My name is Jenny, and I'm an English pronunciation coach for speakers of English with a different mother tongue. And I work with people all around the world to help them feel proud of their pronunciation so that they can speak with confidence and clarity.
Yes. Confidence is the biggest thing. I think it is the harder for everyone. Even I have seen like a trainer when I started my journey. So I feel like that, okay, everyone is speaking so well. However, they are feeling confidence is not there. So
Mm.
according to you, what is your personal opinion, Jenny? Why they are feeling like that? They are not comfortable. Confidence is not there. Why is it so?
I think this is part of being human. We all feel that we have something that isn't quite as good as everyone else. We compare ourselves with everyone else all of
Yes.
the time. And because we are so focused on our own mistakes,
Yes.
we don't notice other people's mistakes.
Correct.
Everyone else is focused on their mistakes. They don't notice our mistakes.
Correct.
So it's a part of being human, part of yeah, human nature, I think.
Yes.
So for this reason we lack confidence, but I think it's something that we can change.
Yes, we can change, and I think we should try to be comfortable with our own tone, the way we are speaking, right? So that's how
Yeah,
it works, and we can be more confident enough during the speaking time.
exactly. Yes. And this comes with practice.
Practice, true, it's true.
Hmm.
So, Jenny, I have few questions related to pronunciation because I
Okay.
personally, you are expert in pronunciation. So, I want to ask only few questions and I want to know what is your personal opinion as a trainer, as a human being. Okay. So, the first one, what is the role of pronunciation for effective speaking, effective communication?
Oof, that's a big question, Renner.
Yeah.
So pronunciation can be the difference between being understood or not being understood when you're communicating.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very basic
Mm-hmm.
part of pronunciation, it's about saying the words clearly enough that the person you're speaking to can understand the words you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
At the more advanced side of pronunciation, you've then got that you can give a certain message depending on which words you emphasize, where your intonation goes, whether you
Mm-hmm.
raise your voice or lower your voice,
Yes.
depending on the warmth in your voice as
Mm-hmm.
well. So your tone, all of it can make a huge difference in
Yes.
the way you understand somebody. So I'm sure you have experienced a situation where you have listened to someone speaking and you feel, I don't know if I like this person. And
Yes.
on the other hand, maybe you've had the experience where you go, oh, I love what this person is saying. I connect with it really well.
Yes.
And probably it's not about the individuals as people, it's
Mm,
about the way they're speaking.
correct.
And our voice can have a huge impact on the way our message comes across.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much. And one thing more, this is bothering a lot to me and many people across the world, I would say, because this language is used universal. Fine, everywhere, the need of that to learn this language, so to speak it out. So the thing is that everywhere people are running behind for accent training also. Even they are good speaker, but they want to change their accent. But somewhere, like personally, I want to share, Jenny, what I'm feeling. If you want to be an effective communicator, so clarity should be there. I think no need to change your accent. So what is your personal opinion on that? To change your accent is good, or what is it according to you?
So I agree with you. Clarity and communication is the key
Mhm,
for the key reason for learning a language, in my opinion. And
mhm.
as long as you can communicate and the other person can understand you and you can understand the other person,
Yes.
that's great. Accent training. So personally, I don't feel anyone should feel they have to change their accent
Okay.
because your accent is part of who you are, is part of your identity, is part
Mhm,
of you as a person.
mhm,
And does it matter if you sound like you're from India or from Italy or
mhm,
from America? No, it doesn't matter.
mhm,
Even within the UK,
mhm.
there are, I think, 37 different accents.
Yes.
That's crazy. There's no way that you can sound British
Yeah.
if you're there's no one British accent.
Mhm.
So it's very difficult to say, oh, yes, I really want to sound British. Okay,
Yes.
which kind of British? And
Yes.
most people say, oh, well, the King's English.
Yeah.
But less than 3% of the UK population
Mhm.
sound like that. It's
Correct.
not natural for
Yes.
most people to sound
Mm.
that way when they speak.
Yes.
So I feel that making your pronunciation clear
Mhm.
is essential, but
Yes.
changing your accent to sound like someone you're not
Yes.
isn't necessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do know that some people who are very empathetic can change the way they're speaking depending on who they are with, and
Yes.
they will then mimic the sounds of the people
Correct.
they're surrounded by,
Correct.
which I think is an amazing skill. It's
Mhm.
not a skill that I have
Yes,
personally.
it's true.
Um, but if that's the case, it's not them forcing something, it's something that happens
Yes.
naturally for them. And in that case, there's no problem with it. If that's what you do anyway, that's fine.
Yes.
But forcing yourself to try and sound a certain way, that's
Mhm.
no fun and there's no reason to,
Yes.
in my personal opinion. I'm sure there'll be others who disagree.
Yes, correct. Like personally, I believe in that if you want your personal desire in such a way that you want to enjoy that process, you want to really change your accent, then go ahead. However, no need to bother yourself that you are not sounding like a native speaker and you are bothering you a lot and you are
Mhm.
creating a trap for you. So it is not good, I think. But yeah,
Exactly.
personally, you can go ahead if you have a desire to change your accent. So,
Yeah,
personally, you can devote each single day 1 hour, 30 minutes to change your accent because it is again, it is a kind of a training. Every day you have to practice for that. But no need to bother yourself that you are not a good speaker at all.
exactly.
Yes, so that is a thing I want to make all the speakers to my all the students. Try to understand if you are already speaking, the opposite person is able to understand you, so you no need to change your accent. Okay. So the next one, because you are a pronunciation expert, Jenny,
Uh-huh.
personally, I want to ask you any recommendation from your end, whatever we can do on daily basis, who really want to improve their pronunciation. So any exercise, according to you, you want to share with us?
Okay, I am just putting together a little pronunciation challenge. So
Yeah.
I'll give you some tips that I have from that.
Okay.
Um, One thing that you can do is read out loud.
Okay.
So when we read a text in our heads, it all sounds perfect in our heads
Mm-hmm.
because we know what we want to say, because we're reading the information. But when we speak out loud or read out loud,
Yes.
sometimes we trip over certain sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And so reading out loud means we can identify which sounds cause us difficulty, and we can then focus on those sounds to improve them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we can intensify this exercise, if you like, by recording ourselves reading
Mhm.
out loud. So
Yes.
most mobile phones now have a voice recorder.
Mhm.
Or if you have a friend, you can leave them a WhatsApp message, maybe.
Mhm. Yes.
Um, and when you record yourself and then listen back to the recording, it
Mhm.
really helps clarify
Correct.
which words are unclear or which sounds don't quite sound right or don't
Yes.
you can't differentiate maybe between the V and the B, maybe,
Mhm.
or the I and the E. If you've got the short and the long sounds, sometimes these can be difficult.
Yes.
So, recording yourself, listening back to the recording,
Mhm.
which I know can be uncomfortable for people listening to your own voice.
Yes.
It,
But they
it
can do
can,
only for 1 minute. It is possible, Jenny. For 1 minute at least, if they really want to improve, they can go ahead with 1 minute of practice only.
yeah. So you don't have to speak for a long time. 30 seconds to 60 seconds is
Yes.
enough to
Yeah.
just practice.
Yes.
So then once you've listened to yourself and identified the difficult
Mm-hmm.
sounds,
Mm-hmm.
you can then look up the word in a dictionary online and try
Okay.
and listen to the pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
And you can then go back, read the text again,
Okay.
record yourself again,
Mm-hmm.
and then with a bigger focus on those difficult sounds.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you can then try slowly, slowly to improve that short paragraph that you've read or those
Mm-hmm.
few sentences
Mm-hmm.
so that you can then work towards sounding more clear. And also, this will increase your confidence because you'll be able to physically hear the
Mm-hmm.
difference between your first recording and your
Second.
second or third recording.
Yes. It really helps, Jenny. It's really. And I also wanted to say something like, as a trainer, I also want to convey a message. If you are busy, a working professional, no need to go with 30 minutes, 1 hour. I think to maintain the consistency matters a lot for a person to see an improvement. Even if you are getting 10 minutes, it will work for you. But the thing is that you have to maintain your consistency Monday, Tuesday, right? Sunday you can
Yeah.
cheat, Sunday you can cheat, but Monday to Saturday you have to be consistent with the practice, whatever you want to achieve.
Yeah, I totally agree. And small, regular practice is much better than doing one long practice at the weekend.
Yes,
So even just 10 minutes a day is better than 2 hours on a Saturday, for
correct.
example.
Yes.
The progress is better,
Mhm.
short, regular intervals.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
One more question, Jenny, for you. Student has this kind of question, the measurement of time, even it is wrong. If you are in a learning process, so no need to measure the time, right? However, still I have a question. If a person wants to achieve a certain level of proficiency when it comes to pronunciation, so what is needed according to you?
Honestly, this varies so much from person to person
Yeah.
that I can't put a specific time frame on it for anyone because it does depend on how long you're practicing each day.
Yes.
It depends on whether you're practicing each day. It depends on what kind of activities you're doing each day, whether you're doing the same thing each day or whether you're using different
Different.
activities each
Okay.
day. So having a variety can be
Mhm.
really good to
Mhm.
help you speed up the process.
Mhm.
And obviously, the more you practice, the more you listen to English, the more
Yeah.
you immerse yourself in the
Mhm.
language, the faster the changes will happen.
Yes.
But language learning and pronunciation is included in that
Mm.
does not happen overnight. It's a
Correct.
process. And although at the beginning the changes will seem very slow, as long as you keep up that consistency that
Yes.
you were just mentioning, once you get through a couple of months, you will see the changes.
Yeah.
So whenever I work with someone, I always tell them, okay, minimum 10 weeks that we work together,
Yes.
because after that time, you will see the change.
Correct. Correct, Jenny.
So less than that,
Mhm.
yes, you'll get some good things, but
Mhm.
really 10 weeks, you'll see a change, not necessarily perfection, because perfection does not exist,
Yeah,
but you will definitely
correct.
start seeing changes.
I completely agree with that one. I also uh, say this single message to my each student. Try to see an improvement. No need to run behind the perfection. If you are
Mhm,
improving, you are consistent, then surely you will see a change after a couple of days. No need to
mhm,
be like run behind the I want to be perfect speaker. No need to
mhm.
create such kind of mindset, right? Otherwise it can decrease your confidence level, I think.
Yeah, if you're aiming for perfection
Yeah,
and you don't reach that,
yeah.
because what does perfect even mean?
Mhm.
If you can't reach your goals, then you're not going to feel motivated to continue. So set yourself achievable targets. So this idea of improvement. So
Mhm.
maybe there are two sounds that you find difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to improve those sounds that they are consistently good. And once you've got them mastered, then you can move on to another sound or another word
Yes.
or Mhm.
Yes, because this is the creativity of this language. Letters are 26, but the sounds are 44. So
Exactly.
so what we can do is like, especially I'm talking about the people who are living in India, like one by one, we can cover a particular sound, right? 44
Mhm.
sounds are there. So one by one, we can pick up, right? And we can improve. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the last question of the day for you, Jenny. Still, is it important to take some separate sessions to improve pronunciation? Some personal sessions?
I think that depends on your personal goals.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, working on pronunciation is important because either they feel that they're not being understood properly, or maybe they don't understand when other people speak.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes understanding how pronunciation works can also help us understand other people better.
But,
So it's
mhm,
not necessarily about changing the way you speak,
mhm,
but it can be about helping your comprehensibility working both
mhm,
ways. Um, for other people, pronunciation isn't as important. And so for them, maybe a focused pronunciation course
mhm,
isn't the right thing for them. But any good English teacher will include some aspects of pronunciation in their teaching
mhm.
because it's part of learning the language.
Learning. And as a teacher, if my students are facing some kind of issues, so this is my responsibility completely, how to take care of it, how to guide them by using some
Mhm.
easy methods,
Yeah,
right?
fantastic.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jenny. Even I'm feeling so good. By practicing, a person can improve. By maintaining consistency, a person can improve their pronunciation. And again, I would say no need to run behind to change the accent. Unless if you have a personal goal, okay, you have a desire to change it. So, yeah. So, what is the last message you want to give to the audience and all? And you are also running a YouTube channel. And I have seen 2, 3 videos, and I would recommend to my audience also, if they are watching this conversation, they can go ahead, they can watch. These are very small, 2 minutes and 3 minutes. And it is very understandable to use how to sound and the position of the mouth if you really want to improve your pronunciation. They can visit.
Yeah, of course. So you can find my YouTube channel under Excellence in English Education. Yeah, like you say, I've got some short videos on
Yes,
specific
yes,
sounds, and also some other pronunciation tips included within those videos. And I'm adding to it every month, so the collection is increasing.
yes,
But yeah, it's thank you so much for having me. It's been really nice chatting with you. And if anyone has any questions, they're welcome to get in
yes,
touch with me.
yes. Thank you so much, Jenny. Again, thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me, Ren.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.